Once upon a time, we were both happy. Everything was fine, then suddenly it leave. I was left behind, broken in pieces. Then you'd reappear. Sometimes we all feel a little afraid. We don't put our emotions on display. But I've gotta be strong, and I don't wanna know if you feel it too. Your chances are gone, and I don't need you anymore, Try to toe the line, make you wanna stay. Asking myself why you keep going away. Don't want more goodbyes, so I've gotta say that although I've tried, sometimes we all feel a little unsure. We don't really know what we're here for, but I've got to move on, and I don't wanna know if you feel it too. Your chances are gone, and I don't need you anymore,
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. And I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Right, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning! Gamer, welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. So glad that you could be along for the ride wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. That is our website. That is Sean on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. We're so glad it's the weekend of the week edition, Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. I hope you got all the Valentine's Day, I was going to say dust. I don't think that's what it's called. It's probably called glitter.
Glitter's just fancy dust.
Is it?
Yeah.
They should start marketing it as fancy dust.
Mm-hmm. Just fancy dust. Is your house too regular dusty? Spruce it up with some fancy dust.
Could you imagine? You're sitting there going to try to like dust as you normally do, but instead of just dust, it's just all this glitter around your house. That would be so annoying.
And then people get really annoyed with glitter, and we can launch a counter campaign and call it Just Dust. Tired of all the sparkly bits in your house? Try this. Just dust.
Isn't the joke that you can't get rid of glitter?
Uh-huh.
So you'd never have an undusty house at that point.
You just move the dust from one part of the house to another part of the house.
Shift your dust around. I like it. I'll get research and development K-Laf on it right away. GMS fancy dust. To go with your fancy rumble. Your PS4 controller. Or PS5. That is Sports Gaming, as I mentioned. I'm Hefty Goof. We're going to recap GMS Tuesday nights. Last night was a lot of fun. We're also going to talk about birthdays this day in gaming history. That's happening at 6:50 this morning. So if you know someone who is celebrating a birthday today, please let us know. That'll happen around 10 before the hour. Also at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time, we'll talk to Sam LeBlanc, who is a podcast hosts the Under 1,000 podcast, which is a pretty fun concept. We'll tell you about that coming up, but also talk about space, specifically video games and gravity and zero G and all that stuff. So it's gonna be pretty good. Yes, space. We'll do that before we do sports. And then we'll have that to eat our pancakes. We'll use our sporks. So it should be pretty special. Guess it's gotta be a one-syllable word, doesn't it? Good morning, and nice chat to Austin Attack 12, who's already in the chat.
First!
Good to see you this morning. Also, IMJF Downs, official cartographer and diagramographer of Gaming Morning Show. Keith Anthony.
Nice chat.
Here already saying, good morning, I'm here early doors for once. We're happy that you're here early doors as well. Coming up, a story of a pizza delivery squirrel invasion. That's right. Yeah. Just when you thought you were safe to order a pepperoni and cheese, squirrels had other ideas.
Squirrels are fun.
Ben Affleck stars.
Moon Knight Shyamalan.
Next hour, we'll tell you about an escaped Central Park squirrel that's out hunting for food on its own. I'm not entirely sure why this one is actually newsworthy. So there's an owl, right? Yeah. And it's outside of its normal environment, yeah. And it's hungry, okay? So it's getting food.
Tonight at 9.
I don't know why it's one, but it is one, so that's why we're here. Today is Annoy Squidward Day. It is International Angelman Day, International Childhood Cancer Day, Lantern Festival, Love Reset Day. You know, like if your love cartridge isn't working correctly, you pull it out, you blow into it, then you throw it back in, and then hit the reset button a couple times.
Nice.
If your love game is getting frustrating, then this allows you to basically just hit Control-Alt-Delete and restart.
Turn it off and back on again.
Yeah. Restart. It's National Flag of Canada Day, National Gumdrop Day, National Black Girl Magic Day, National Marcus Day, National Wisconsin Day, Remember the Maine Day, Single Awareness Day, Saint Skeletor's Day. Did you know
Nice.
Skeletor got sainted?
No.
I didn't know the Castle of Grayskull issued such designations. I'll get you, He-Man. Is that even close to a decent Skeletor impression?
It wasn't bad.
Okay. Gosh, it could get worse. Susan P. Anthony Day, Total Defense Day, and World Hippo Day. So those are among the days of the day. Let's give you our topic of the day, though. It has to do with butterscotch. It's a pretty good one. National Butterscotch Day. So we're asking you, how do we feel about butterscotch? We do want to let Keith Anthony get this out. Here we go. Just a rant. I am so anti-Valentine's. Very overrated and over-commercialized. Why do we need one day of the year to go to fancy restaurants with our significant other? We can do that anytime. I don't want to sit in a restaurant full of young lover holding hands across the table whilst looking into each other's eyes.
You know, Keith Anthony is properly celebrating Saint Skeletor's Day, which is celebrated the day after Valentine's Day, and it's a day for those that not saying this part about who hate love. Okay, fine. Maybe not hate, but you know what I mean. Valentine's Day can be extra annoying when you're single. We've all been there, single and irritated by the sight of red and pink hearts, couples doing gushy things, or anything related to love. Saint Skeletor's Day is a day for you to vent.
Ah,
Nailed it.
who knew we would be so spot on? Nice work, Keith Anthony. We weren't ready for that, and now we are. That's good. Austin Attack 12 says, I will eat a whole jar of butterscotch, which makes me now ask, does butterscotch come in jars? Is it like a paste or a liquid?
Yeah,
What
it can.
What is butterscotch?
That's the flavor.
It's butterscotch, right? Just that's what it is. I see. I only think of butterscotch as like a filling or like a coating for ice cream, but it is a flavor. So is it distributed just the same way like chocolate is distributed? It's a flavor, but chocolate's also a thing, and now I'm confused.
Yeah. So it's flavor, like, so you can have hard candies that are butterscotch flavor, or a sauce that's butterscotch flavor for your ice creams, or you can make a butterscotch pie. You know the magic shell ice cream topping?
Yes.
There's a butterscotch version of that.
And that, I guess, does come in like a squeeze bottle, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Austin Attack 12 says, you've never bought butterscotch sauce for your ice cream?
Well, first of all, it's called sauce, so that was the first thing that put Hefty goof off. But butterscotch sauce inherently goes best on just like a basic ice cream, like maybe vanilla. And so he would have to buy something with sauce in the name and vanilla ice cream. There's no way he's ever had that.
Ice cream is frozen sauce, so Ryan
Vanilla.
probably
A
dislikes
waste
it.
of vanilla
Calories.
is great, and Hefty is wrong about vanilla.
All of the Bobs are explaining exactly why all those things hit like the wrong side of the card. You're absolutely right, because I don't really love ice cream, so I don't buy a lot of ice cream. I also don't really need a lot of sauce topping when I do get ice cream. So, and yeah, I'm not going to get vanilla ice cream. Are you kidding me? Shh. Hefty Wife was going through a phase where she's been buying just vanilla ice cream for the household, which, you know, all three of them are the ones, you know, often having ice cream. I may participate like once every 10 times or so, but the other day she brought home not only chocolate but Tillamook chocolate. So the other day when I was scooping one for Hefty Goof, I got a small sample for me.
Nice.
Did I say Hefty Goof? Hefty Son. I'm Hefty Goof. Why is this happening so much? Am I in trouble? I did it last night. Why don't I tried to say something and I reversed the words while we're sitting at the dinner table together.
It's just old age.
Fantastic. It's concerning. I've never bought it for ice cream, says Austin. I've bought it for my mouth.
I do like butterscotch a lot too.
Austin, could you walk us through the directions? How do you apply butterscotch sauce for one's mouth? What are the step-by-step on that? Because I just want to make sure everyone understands so that they all can be successful. Good morning and nice chat to Sis, who was here last night. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Nice chat!
Along with many of you who swung in for GMS Tuesday nights. We do have another episode next Tuesday. We're going to have a GMS Plays Live with Sports Doc Wife and Sports Doc Gaming. They're going to be playing God of War Ragnarok. Last night it was Apex Legends Season 16 with Jay Mags from Latinx in Gaming and also a Twitch streamer on Twitch. And it was really fun because we hadn't had a chance to do GMS plus guests where we were able to pre-schedule the guests that we were going to have on for it. And it was just a lot of fun because we dove into different questions. It was kind of like a long-form interview that went over the course of 2 hours while playing games. And it was really, really fun.
Nice.
Austin Tech says the directions are... You ready for this, Sean? You might want to write this down.
I'm ready.
Spoon.
Yeah. Check.
That's all you need to know. Is
Bring it.
spoon.
Ready.
No, you have it. It's you've now had butterscotch.
Oh.
I think my favorite way to have butterscotch, because I do feel good about it. That's actually answering the question. We're asking you, how do you feel about butterscotch? And chat, if you've answered the question of the day in chat, you can also check that spot off your bingo card if you're playing with ! Bingo. But I really do like butterscotch. It's a fantastic flavor. In fact, the other day I was at the Super Bowl. Someone had brought this like really long box of mystery caramels. Who was that? Who brought that?
That was my mom.
Okay. And so it was just sitting there, so we're kind of cleaning up. And so Old Hefty decided to dig into it. And I was immediately looking for the coconut one, which is the best type of caramel. It's coconut flavored. But then I had a second one. And again, not knowing what they are, I happened to get the butterscotch one. And I was super happy about that. It was really, really yummy. I imagine butterscotch its flavor lends itself to caramel pretty well.
It lends its flavor well to lots of stuff. I think that's what makes it so tasty.
You weren't sure I was going to get that one, were you?
I knew.
Oh, look at your confidence in me. I definitely knew too. Good morning to Awkwardish Panda.
Nice
Got you that
chat!
assist.
You did, but I didn't want the assist. I wanted the goal. I was even trying to fly back in to get it. I would have knocked that away if I had to. I was lurking, but was too busy getting annihilated. Oh, were you playing Apex Legends last night, Austin? Austin was doing her show yesterday, and I did get a chance to tune in, but I think was not playing Apex Legends. I had messaged Austin like moments before I got the notification that Austin was live on Twitch, and I was like, "Have you played Season 16 yet?" Not yet. It's like, I'm excited to play with you. Austin's like, I'm excited too. But then just immediately went into playing a different game. I thought Austin was going to be streaming Apex Legends last night. I have some Apex excitement to share with you. I'll do that after the game. Awkwardish Panda says hi to Austin. Sis says, I don't know how I feel about butterscotch. I can't remember if I've ever had it or not. It's not something I think about very often. Well, now we know that Sis isn't just sitting, by the fire with a yearbook of butterscotch memories. You're like, dear diary, I can still remember that butterscotch from February 2013. Its flavor is residualizing on my tongue as we speak. Forfeit.
Residualizing.
It's the invention made by the mad scientist to help people remember things. Called it the residualizer.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And when attacked with this weapon, you are residualized.
Uh-huh.
Naturally.
I don't think I like it.
Would like to make a motion to add residualizing into our GMS vocabulary, please. Do I have a second?
Mm-mm.
Is there a second out there? Hello? Hello? Motion denied. Wouldn't that be better in any sort of board meeting or situation where they deny something? That's the voice that you get is motion denied.
With the Price is Right sound.
Yes. It'd be like, get the Halo voice to do that. Flag captured. Motion denied. Good. Let's see. Sis says, is that what's in Butterfinger candy bars? Is that butterscotch?
Mm-mm. No, it's peanut butter.
I think Butterfingers are quote unquote peanut butter.
They're peanut buttery.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't that the tagline from Bart Simpson?
I think so.
Butterfingery. No, yeah, buttery Butterfinger. Taste the rainbow. That's not it.
Almost.
All right, we got lots more to get into. Awkwardish Panda does say butterscotch is delicious. So again, if you've answered the question of the day and you click on that link right there, gamingmorningshow.tv/bingo, you can play bingo with us this morning. We're just kind of testing it for February to see where we want it to go. It's kind of like a first date on Valentine's Day. Am I right?
Yeah.
We're currently holding hands across the table whimsically with our bingo cards and staring at Keith Anthony. Let's get the news. Video game headlines you need to know. Happy St. Skeletor's Day.
Lost in his eyes.
It's hashtag video game expert shop.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 15th, 2023, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Let's see. We have Nintendo news this morning. Well, yesterday, I suppose. And it's for Splatoon 3's expansion pass, Wave 1. And it looks like that's going to arrive later this month. This is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. Nintendo has announced that Wave 1 of Splatoon 3's expansion pass will arrive on February 28th, letting players return to the original Splatoon's Inkopolis, which is very exciting. This was revealed 1 week after they revealed the contents of the first DLC pack during a Nintendo Direct, but at the time they didn't have a release date. Now they do, and we're looking at February 28th. All the Splatoons.
Wave 1.
Wave 1. Yeah, this is consistent with the way Nintendo's been doing DLC for a lot of their bigger games. So you buy the entire expansion pass, priced at $24.99, and you'll get each wave. So Wave 1's out now. Wave 2 is due to come out later this year, and I think there's a Wave 3. But buy the expansion pass and you get all the waves as they come out.
Okay. I still haven't played Splatoon. Did you try this game?
I didn't get my hands on Splatoon 3 at all. I played the first Splatoon for about 5 minutes, but it was on a console which I did not prefer to be playing on, and so I didn't go back to it.
We don't talk about Wii U.
Did Sean just admit to actually touching a Wii U?
No, that's why the game wasn't so good. I wouldn't touch the controller.
This thing's not working. I don't know why.
This game's terrible. In our next piece of news, Activision Blizzard is forcing workers back to the office. This is from Luke Plunkett of Kotaku. Majority employees at ABK have no interest in returning to the office, either full or part-time, but that's what's being asked of them. A few years of getting people to work from home has shown a lot of people, both at this company and at many companies, that they're a lot happier and maybe even work better if they were able to work from where they live. So decisions to force employees back into the office are understandably going to be met with some resistance, and that is what is happening at Activision Blizzard currently. They first made these plans public in a Twitter thread. Activision Publishing employees have been asked to come back to the office on April 10th, while Blizzard workers were going to be doing the same thing on July 10th. Neither Activision nor Blizzard workers are very happy about it. Looks like both divisions' workers are being required to come back to the office 3 days a week, and still being allowed to work from home 2 days a week. But still, employees are not happy about it. There's a very, very, very long response from a Blizzard employee that's in the link that we'll provide. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's very long, but looks like there's some good stuff in there. So we'll keep an eye on this since we got April for the first division and July for the other division. I'm sure we'll hear more about this in the coming months.
I mean, I'm happy that people continue to vocalize, because it's a moment of time, right, where, you know, you have people who are still able to work from home, and in this case, the decisions being made to ask people to come back for, you know, a hybrid at least, but people clearly have seen something that works really well for them. There's also some people who still do prefer to work in an office, but isn't it worth, like, listening and being able to understand, how can I make you the most successful, right? But I understand, having been trained in formal corporate management, that is not the way that we were taught to approach it, and that's why we get things like this, which is why very much I empathize with the people who are frustrated, because I can't imagine what it's like to be like, this is better than I ever imagined, and now you can't keep it. I mean, that's awful. It's a gut punch.
Yeah, it's rough for sure. So we'll keep an eye on this. I'm sure we'll hear more about this from Activision Blizzard, but also from other companies, whether it's in the gaming sphere or not, as a lot of these policies go into place. And we'll keep having the conversation. And a lot of it, especially in this one, is tied to the cost of living crisis too. Because some of these big companies are places that are not very affordable to live, and so commutes, if anything, over the last few years have gotten longer as people seek out more affordable places to live. And so working from home obviously helps a lot with that, because you can live somewhere where your dollar goes where you need it to go, but work somewhere like Activision Blizzard.
Well said.
So we'll keep it at it. In our last piece of news, speaking of developers not thinking things through,
Segues all can't be winners, Sean.
segue. The God of War Ragnarok developers have come out and said that they didn't realize that your allies spoiling puzzles would be so annoying. This is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. This is something that I've experienced firsthand, but also have seen many very entertaining clips of God of War Ragnarok in puzzle situations where as soon as you start struggling, someone in your allies, whether it's you have a physical like second person with you most of the time, or you have disembodied head on your belt, which is very entertaining to say for anyone who hasn't seen God of War. They'll immediately be like, hey, why don't you try this? It gets really annoying. And turns out they just they didn't think it through. They said, quote, it didn't get exposed to us really until after the game came out, because even when it had play tests, we never saw feedback about the characters talking too much or spoiling things too quickly. The timing for the first hint was too aggressive and should have had a much longer countdown timer before something comes up. It wasn't until the game came out and it was like, well, this is a quote, well, if we'd known that, we'd have responded. It's just not going to happen again. So it looks like they're aware of the issue now. Probably will work on patching it and be more mindful of something like that in future games.
So you're saying it's just almost too... It's not that it's not a good idea, because nothing's worse than playing a game where you can't solve the damn puzzle and proceed or whatever the case. You're just saying it's too fast.
It's too quick. It's too quick. You like walk up to a door and you're like, this is locked. I wonder if there's a key around, and you turn around and see a key on the floor, and he goes, hey, look, a key. Why don't we use the key to open the door? Like, I'm working on it. I got it. Jeez.
It's like the person in the office who's like the know-it-all, and you're just like, give me a second.
I'm playing a game here. Jeez. Come on. But you know, if that's one of the biggest issues we have with a game like God of War, it's still a win. It's such a good game. And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Cities Skylines Remastered out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S/X, Iki United out on PC, Pharaoh, A New Era out on PC, and for the most prestigious award in video game-focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's Name of the Morning goes to Math Car out on PC. Eagle's excited about this one.
Because it's a math game.
Math Car.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Math Car. You've pleased Eagle the Mathemateagle, who's very excited to get their claws on it.
Their beak on it? Does
How does-
Eagle use their claws and their beak to play video games?
Yeah, how's that work?
I don't know.
I really hope it's with the talons on the two joysticks.
He does have lots of talents. Yeah.
Talons.
Oh.
Use all of your talents, Eagle the Mathemateagle. There you go. There's our name of the morning. It's Math Car. It's all one word, by the way, which is very amusing.
Math Car.
Math Car. It is out today. It is our name of the morning. Could become name of the month. Congratulations again to Unknown Story for winning our Patreon giveaway for our January name of the month, which was, of course, the wonderful Clunky Hero, which we'll play tomorrow. I'm going to be GMS on the road from Seattle, so Sean will be the only player of said game tomorrow. But it will be still a fun experience. We'll do that in the Final Hour crew. Coming up today in the Final Hour crew, it is It Takes Two on a Work Together Wednesday, so we can get ever so much closer to the end of that game.
Nice.
Like, to have, we'll go from having hours left to having hours left.
It's such a good game, though.
We are having a good time. If you want to become a Patreon subscriber, you can. There's an exclusive subscriber show called the GMS Show After the Show that we do on Fridays following the show, so you can join us for that. And you can also get GMS emotes if you're on the new subscriber tier, which is $12 a month. Comes with a $5 subscription included to Sports.Gaming's Twitch channel. We have 4 emotes currently, working on the rest of them as well. Be sure to check that out, patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. I said I'm happy it's all one word. Panda goes, look, it's Math Car, not Language Car.
True. True.
Good morning and nice chat to Drew Mega. Thank you for joining the show.
Nice chat!
Today's question of the day has to do with butterscotch. How do we feel about butterscotch? I want to know if there's a bear who eats it a lot. Bear might have a butterscotch shot, which is like butterscotch, but in small form. Bear, are butterscotch shots the norm? Technically it rhymed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Bear's been making appearances on the show for quite some time, but Eagle's got it figured out, really knows how to make an entrance.
Yeah, it does. We haven't heard Bear raw or what.
Yeah, more the strong, silent type, likes to whisper in your ears. So, does Bear like butterscotch?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds delightful. Good morning, as we mentioned, to Drew Mega. Also, good morning
Nice chat.
to Element of One. I had a chance to watch Element play some Apex Legends yesterday as well. So here's my Season 16 story so far. First and foremost, I logged on at 10 o'clock, just like I had hoped and was excited. Sean said, hey, now that Loba's more valuable, people are going to pick Loba. I was like, no, they're not. First game, someone picks Loba. So I don't get to play with Loba right off the bat, which was a bummer, but Rampart's still very much fun to play with. Also, you get the new Rampart, like, awesome looking. It's like a fluorescent skin that looks amazing. And so I got to play with Rampart. That was fun. Then, my first 2 games with Loba, my teammates, randoms, just make silly moves that I can't keep up with. There's no way I'm going to be able to help them. So they get downed. And so
Downs.
Yeah, they get downsed. I am downsed. And I run to go get their banners, and they leave the game. They disconnect. I'm like, this is what I have now. Don't rob it from me. Damn it. So then I play with Downs and Becky. Downs in the chat. And right off the bat, they didn't make dumb plays. We just got annihilated early. I was able to craft their banners and bring them back. And, like, the moment that you do that, you're all of a sudden, like, 4th. Like, the lobbies are just dissipating. It's ridiculous so far. So, yeah. But I really like it. I'm super, super valuable now. Well, and Loba's the best one, because you can throw your bracelet and you can get out of situations better than any of the other support legends. So,
Yeah, but everyone knows it.
I actually had a pretty good pick rate with Loba. I think I had one other butting of heads. So, good morning and nice chat
Nice chat.
to King Gray as well. All the way, Element says, tell him about my snipes, Ryan. Sean, I think, do you like to snipe, right?
I do.
Your character's Vantage.
Okay.
Element said,
Does he have a good vantage point?
yeah, she does. She does have a very good vantage point. She'll even take it to another angle. It's a voice line. I will give, they need to write more lines. Every single line of Vantages ends with the word. I see some prey. There's prey over there. Look at the prey, because she's a hunter, so. All right, we got to get back on the clock. So,
You can news if you wanna.
here's the story that we're tracking at this hour, but thank you for letting me share my excitement over Season 16 of Apex Legends. We start off our At This Hour stories today with a story of a pizza delivery gone wrong. This is from Ben Hooper of UPI. It's out of Louisiana. That's the setting for the story. What happened was a Louisiana family's doorbell camera captured the moment that a pizza delivery offered a sneaky squirrel the opportunity to invade their home. It turns out that the family said they spotted the squirrel lurking outside their home earlier in the day and suspected the animal was attempting to get inside the house. The person said that her husband ordered pizza later that day and checked the camera first to make sure the squirrel wasn't still around. She didn't see the squirrel, but when she opened the door, the animal jumped out of its hiding spot at the ceiling of the porch and dashed inside the house. The moment was captured by the couple's doorbell camera. Herbert, this is the person's name, said they ran inside, stood on a chair, and then called the husband for help. She said the squirrel was eventually ejected from the house after a chaotic chase.
Nice.
Did you bring out the catapult?
I grabbed the squirrel by the scruff of the neck in the back.
I don't want you coming back here anymore. It's also coincidental because the front of their house has saloon doors.
Perfect.
That's like the Monopoly for the NES. Don't be coming back now. As they get out of jail. No, this is actually smarter. Thank goodness they had that eject button. That's true. They were shopping for houses, and they're like, when will this ever come in handy?
Is this a squirrel eject button? We'll never need that.
The old owners left them a letter. Thank you so much for buying our house. We loved it here. Also, you'll know when to use the eject button.
When you know, you'll know.
The squirrel was ejected from the house. It's 6:44. Coming up next hour, we're going to talk to Sam LeBlanc, a Space.com writer, host of the Under 1,000 podcast. We're going to chat a little bit about how space is done well in different video games. So we have that coming up next hour with Gaming Morning Show. Want to say big thanks to Whit Fuller and Awkwardish Panda for joining us yesterday. It was just a really fun day of interviews because we had those two join us in the Gaming Morning Show hours, and then we had J-Mags Plays join us in the GMS Tuesday nights time slot, and so just really had a lot of fun talking to new folks and learning about, some of the things that are important for them. We'll get the standalone videos posted for both Whit Fuller's interview and 5 Questions GMS with Awkwardish Panda, but I still can't get how happy I was that Panda just nailed the Fairwick question.
That was fantastic. No hesitation either.
No, none whatsoever. Oh, and I still have this loaded, so if you... Oh, no, that's not for Panda. Never mind. That's I thought I still had Panda's Kickstarter link there, but you can look up Fiends of Fairwick on a Kickstarter if you want to help back that project. Let's see. Element says, nice to see the Latinx community in gaming. Yeah, and Jay Meggs is the community director for Latinx in gaming, which we've had on before. We very early, nice save. Had a chance to talk to Judith, who goes by Jet Set, and is also on Twitch to stream occasionally. He's not on a ton, but works for like Red Bull's gaming department, and I think we had played 5 Questions GMS with Jet Set. Might have been just an interview, I can't remember, but it happened back in 2021. So if you want to check that out too and learn more about Latinx and gaming in general, you can with our interview on there. But yeah, we'll get all those standalone videos put on our YouTube page. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. Yeah, I even got to stop off and have dinner with you last night. It was a pretty well-rounded day. Element says last night was fun. Element brought up Dead Space 2. I'll have to talk to see if Sam has any experience with Dead Space. That was not what a save. That was a slow roll to the net, and the goalie just was sitting there and kind of booped it. Could have been better. How was your Tuesdays? Element says, finished 2nd place in trivia last night. Nice work. Nice work. Yeah, trivia is still fun even when you don't place first. Even when you don't place, it's still fun, but nice shot. But getting 2nd, I think when I used to host trivia, if you were top 3, at least you went home with some semblance of a prize.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever placed first in trivia.
Do you remember how close you were?
I also haven't played a lot of trivia, at least recently.
Panda says, we have 200 pounds of dog in this house. We need an eject button. Are you going to take the dogs out? Nah. You? Nah. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit the eject button. Oh my goodness. So this morning's fairly cold outside. Like cold enough to frost kind of cold. And a hefty floof wanted to go out right away. Like, that doesn't always happen, so I'm guessing it was fairly urgent. Maybe it didn't go out late last night. I can't remember. So let hefty floof out and immediately wanted back in. And then immediately went and found hefty wife sleeping in the bed and is immediately back in the coziness of the duvet. Like, wanted none of what was going on outside. What I'm saying is I would have needed an eject button for Hefty Floof, because Hefty Floof would have just rather used the bathroom on the carpet or something.
Carpet is warmer.
Good morning and nice chat to Riot. It's good to see you back. Thank you for being here on this Wednesday,
Nice chat!
the weekend of the week. Good morning. Butterscotch is one of those flavors that I need to be in the mood for. I think I'm with you there, because I don't always crave butterscotch. Like, aren't Werther's Originals supposed to be like that's a butterscotch flavor, right?
Yeah.
And those don't always, sound like something I want to have at any given time. The hard, like, ice cream casing, what do you call that? Shell.
Magic shell, yeah.
Casing. Makes it sound like I'm eating ice cream sausages. Like, I don't always want that. Sometimes I want the chocolate one. The cherry one is actually pretty good too, by the way, at Dairy Queen.
Yeah. It's pretty tasty.
I'm putting so many shots on goal I can't get him past. So yeah, right. I think I'm inclined to be with you there.
Yeah.
But it was really good with that caramel the other day.
Yeah, that's pretty tasty. I think butterscotch hard candies is my least favorite type of butterscotch.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Those are the ones that's like, sometimes if they're there, they sound good. Sometimes it's like, I'm good. Wow, good thing we scored that last goal.
Right? Well, I'm over 100. You're going to be MVP. So if you're playing bingo with us, which you can, ! Bingo, then you get those marked off of your bingo cards. Let's see what else is on some of everyone's cards this morning. We have the Bear poem didn't rhyme. Technically today it did. Not wearing the... Did that almost go in?
That would have gone in had we had another half second.
Oh my gosh. I'm not wearing a UK hat today, so I don't have that. Sean's not in red today, so if you have that one, that's going to be kind of tough. So we'll see what other people get. Some of the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News ones didn't hit this morning because you had a name of the morning, for example. If you've answered the topic of the day, you can definitely check mark that one off. There's some others. Austin Attack 12 was here in chat earlier, so I don't know if Austin's still here, but if you have that on your bingo card, you might be able to check mark that one off too if Austin says something else. So, all right, 6:52 West Coast time. It's 9:52 out east, and it is 2:52 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here very, very much. I'm a Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming. You can follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Of course, our personal handles as well. You can find us there. And then we are on Instagram, which is Gaming Morning Show. So certainly encourage you to follow us there because we do put out the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News headlines every single show, typically after we're done. You can also find us in podcast form by searching Gaming Morning Show on your favorite podcast platform. On one of my phones that I use for the show, it's now like there constantly. You know, I've checked in on it so much that it's actually there. Because you know how like on Spotify you have like the 6 things at the top that are your most frequently used. Now Gaming Morning Show's podcast is there on mine. It's there. Like how I was trying to help people better understand what I was trying to say by just repeating the same thing over and over. What an interesting technique.
Just say it louder.
It's there!
Oh.
Light bulb. Let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate on February 15th, 2023, please let us know, because Sean and I would like to celebrate with you. Oh, yeah. Let's slow things down a little bit. Some bossa nova for your Wednesday. get ready for your birthdays, because it's time to celebrate with GMS. I feel like this could be for like a segment where we bring you into the lounge. Have a seat. Stay a while. Oh, yeah. Today, actress Jane Seymour turns 72.
Jane appeared as a Bond girl in the film Live and Let Die.
Frustrated with my brain because I went to Bart Simpson prank phone call land in my head. Why? What's wrong with me? Happy birthday, Jane Seymour. How about actor Christopher McDonald turns 68?
His younger brother, Daniel, was also an actor.
Does that count for fun facts not about the person?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have that on your bingo card, you can check mark that off. Christopher McDonald's apparently Shooter McGavin. Seriously, if you had asked me prior to this exact moment what the name of Shooter McGavin, or like the actor's name is, I would have no clue.
Yeah, there's no way. No way.
Shooter. Actress Sarah Winter, Winter, turns 50 today.
Sarah's made guest appearances on multiple crime shows, including SVU and Blue Bloods.
I have watched SVU. Have you ever watched an episode of Blue Bloods?
Not one.
Even Tom Selleck's immaculate mustache was not enough to draw me to Blue Bloods.
Nope. Seen lots of SVU, though.
I'll be honest, I feel like every CBS show is the same.
They're very, very similar.
It's
at
like,
least on the surface.
It's like 30 CSIs and NCISs and then Blue Bloods and I don't know. I guess they do have like, they're kind of like raunchier sitcoms like 2.5 Men, which I also never watched, so. You watch CBS, chat. Singer Brandon Boyd turns 47.
Brandon, originally from Van Nuys, California. He's from California.
VANNUYS. I will admit that's a sports broadcaster trick of mine, where if I can't say the name of the city on the fly, because sometimes you don't always have all of those prepared, I'll just be like, yeah, they're a sophomore forward from California. You know, the small itty bitty state of California. Do you know so-and-so? You're from California.
I do. We were neighbors.
Thank goodness. It's also a bummer because I watch so much CBS because of football, but I don't watch any of their other TV shows, so all the promos are like...
This is not for me.
Actress Natalie Morales turns 38 today.
Natalie appeared as a bartender and restaurant manager in multiple episodes of Parks and Rec.
I guess to be fair, I also don't watch any Parks and Recreation either.
Yeah, I saw the first season of Parks and Rec.
It's a good show, I've heard.
Mm-hmm. The first season was entertaining. I just got busy.
Watch Party?
Yeah. The entire series?
Yeah, that won't take any time.
Nah, piece of cake.
Throw it in the queue.
Fantastic Four, B-Movie, Legends of the Hidden Temple, every MCU movie, Hackers, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Frozen 2, Christmas Comes to the Packland.
I mean, if we already had every MCU movie, we have no chance to get all the Parks and Recs in.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Actress Amber Riley turns 37 today.
Her middle name is Patrice.
If you had middle name on your bingo card, you're in good shape. For Patrice. Patrice. Amber Patrice. Right.
Independence Day, Knives Out, Ants in a Bug's Life, but at the same time, AI, Artificial Intelligence, iRobot, Goldeneye, Weekend at Bernie's, South of Heaven, Down and Dirty, A Love Story.
Someone's celebrating with those little firecracker popping in the background. Actor Callum Turner turns 33.
Callum once appeared in a music video with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Which one?
Just a music video.
I love a music video.
Doesn't even
Favorite-
say whose music video
It's
it
my
is.
favorite song
So
by
this
that
wouldn't even be easy to look up.
Face Off, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Twilight, Jurassic Park, Robin Hood Men in Tights, the entire Sharknado series, Small Wonder, Mean Girl, Sister Act, Jurassic Park Again, Hunt for the Wilder People, Throw Mama from the Train.
I still don't understand why we have to watch Jurassic Park twice.
It's just that good.
Oh, I bet I know what that is. I think that's what Bob calls Jurassic World. Rapper Megan Thee Stallion turns 28 today.
Ooh. Was named Best Female Hip Hop Artist at last year's BET Awards. We don't do those. And Top Female Rap Artist at last year's Billboard Music Awards. We don't do those either.
How many nominations?
We're going to have to expand our research department if that's the case. I'm going to figure that out. Not today, but we'll figure it out at some point. All right. So there's some of your birthdays today. Again, it is the 15th of February, 2023.
We've got a drummer birthday.
We have two drummers. First one is Mick Avery of the Kinks, and he is 79. We also have drummer Ronnie Vannucci of the Killers, who is 47.
Fun fact, Ronnie Vannucci is actually known as Mr. Brightside.
Nice.
That's not true. By the way, the first drummer, not a member of the New York Knicks, as my first glance had told me.
Drummer for the Knicks.
I mean, listen, sometimes the Knicks could use some help, even if they don't typically play basketball. Today, cartoonist Matt Groening of The Simpsons turns 69.
Nice.
So Susan B. Anthony Day was yesterday, I thought, or is that today?
That's
Oh, it is today. Okay, so that's why, because today was a historical birthday, no longer with us birthday for Susan B. Anthony. Also today would have been Chris Farley's birthday. Oh, and Galileo. No word if it's Figaro's birthday, though. Thanks for enduring that, chat. All right, here we go. This day in gaming history, we tell you about some things that happened. We start with 1983. Sean, you get a chance to play Lawsuit or Not a Lawsuit. 1983.
not a lawsuit.
Bob plays a didgeridoo. Your answer's locked in. You said not a lawsuit to 1983. Magnavox settles its television game patent infringement suit
Incorrect.
against
That's a
Mattel
settlement.
Electronics. I think you'd be a great lawyer.
I'd just kick the door into the courtroom. Not a lawsuit. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Just settled that. That's fantastic. Thanks for being here today. It was against Mattel, other companies, 5 others to be exact. Mattel will pay a settlement fee, because it's a settlement, not a lawsuit, and be licensed to continue producing and selling its systems.
Incorrect.
Okay, sorry. You lose that one, apparently. 2008, at the Tokyo Arcade Expo in Japan, Capcom shows Street Fighter 4 arcade game. 3 years later, in 2011, Capcom releases the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds. That was for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. And then in 2011 as well, LucasArts releases Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, for Nintendo Wii, PlayStation 3, and
Xbox 360.
So there you go. That's your This Day in Gaming History. All right. It's 7:03 now for those watching on the West Coast. Thank you for being here. Good morning, and nice chat to Kate Zaid.
Nice chat.
My understanding is Kate Zaid is currently at a con debuting the long-anticipated Bloodhound cosplay. And so if you would like to learn more about said cosplay, don't go to Twitch, because Kate's not there anymore. It's TikTok.com/@KateZaid. So, and that's still wrong. You can do it hefty. Say, go, Hefty, go. Go, Hefty, go. Go, Hefty, go. Okay, there we go. There. Click that one. That'll work better. I will read what Kate thinks of butterscotch. What do you think of butterscotch? It's National Butterscotch Day, so we're asking you, how do you feel about butterscotch on a specifically National I Want Butterscotch Day? Also, Sam LeBlanc, our interview about space.
In space. Space.
Coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific Time, we play It Takes Two in the final hour crew. There's a lot to do. We're glad we're with you. Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Friend of SpongeBob is a character in the show who works as a cashier at a local restaurant. In this particular episode, Squidward is so irritated that when someone asks him what day it is, he replies, "Annoy Squidward Day." This causes the cheery yellow SpongeBob to laugh, and he responds, "No, silly, that's on the 15th, pointing to the calendar to prove his point. Probably one of the best ways that you can give a nod to Annoy Squidward Day is to act annoying to the people nearby. This may not be especially productive at work, of course, but with friends and family, it could be a fun pastime, especially for those who are fans of SpongeBob SquarePants." That sound is so annoying. No one even likes that sound.
It's your least favorite button on my Stream Deck.
It is. I hate that thing.
Zesty.
Began TV acting career in TV and theater before progressing into supporting roles in film, according to Wikipedia. Cartoonist Matt Groening turned 68 today.
Nice. One more year for him.
I mean, if you think about it, we're probably discounting an S-ton of Simpsons characters with our question of the day.
Yeah. No, that'd be a pretty good cast of characters to choose from, too.
Millhouse? What are the two that work at the power plant with Homer, Lenny, and...
Kravitz.
Yeah. The guy who follows around Mr. Burns. Did you just say Lenny and Kravitz? That one went through the ears, and I was like, wait a second, come back here. Or work for the canton and will be screened beforehand. Those who make it inside will have to give up their mobile phones and smartwatches, but will be given a choice of vegetarian, halal, or meat-based meals. A strip search, which will be a mandatory for real prisoners, will be optional for test subjects. The prison in Switzerland's largest city was built after other facilities came under scrutiny for poor living conditions. The director of the prison said the test run would allow staff and wardens to familiarize themselves with the new facility. Volunteers should not expect a holiday camp, but would be free to leave at any time. Is this the live look at the website?
Yep. This is a guy, they just told him that the strip search was optional. He's like...
Eliminated. Right now, just 3 points behind the Flames for the second playoff spot out of the Pacific, so...
Uh-oh.
Not yet. Soon, but not yet. All right. It's 8:01. Next hour, we debut community games for the day because we still don't have the other game ready to go. So we'll just play some more Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
It doesn't exist. It's a myth.
Jordy showed it to me. Chris, I did not call the Flames that. He could have. That's a good name. We're King Flames. I did reference the Burger King, though, because that king uses flame broiling. Clip of the day.
I think your Shaggy one's still better.
We'll test with this last sentence. Like Zoinks, G Scoob, probably one of the best ways to give a nod to Annoy Squidward. That was actually not bad.
That was pretty solid.
So it sounds
save that for later.
I might have to keep just going with like an upward inflection, and
right. Just make everything a question.
DatesOfTheYear.com. No, that's not it.
Oh, you lost it. You have to start with the like zoinks. I think that's your only way.
So every time that I want to do a Shaggy impression, I got to start with like zoinks.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's on brand though. So there could be worse things.
Yeah. Anyway, so try to annoy people today. That's what it says.
I've been working on that for the last 2 hours.
I can barely stand. Did I do too much? Did I push you away? I was in a rush, I'm sorry.
In a world where things are broken, Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken, but we need a newer D. Where can she find it?
Where can I get a D from?
Maybe,
Who will give me the D?
maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
That's how we do, baby!
Coming to video screens near you and on your telephone devices in 2022.
Sorry, Kiki.
Kiki Low and Superphonic in the Lost City of D.
Finally, the D, and it feels so good.
Only on Peacock.
Will I find you somehow? I hope you're okay. All those memories.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Take Gaming Morning Show with you on Twitter Spaces. Find us at Watch GMS on Twitter and listen while scrolling your feed. Or try audio only on Twitch.
Can't believe you'd remember those times. We laughed and cried.
Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. So glad that you're here today on Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. I'm Hefty Goof, that is sports.gaming on the left side of your screen, joined as always by Bear and Eagle, the Mathemateagle. We have, oh my gosh, how many hours left do we have? Eagle, the Mathemateagle.
Two.
All the way up till 9 a.m. Pacific time. Next hour, we're going to have Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Very excited to bring you that audience game, which we've been cracked in lately. Crushing it. 1,030
Cracked
is the official banked balloons count. And so if you would like to join us on the wild ride that has been this record-setting performance that we started back in October-ish, maybe? You can, coming up around 8:07, 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today. We end up playing It Takes Two We're past the wasps,
Yes.
and now we're
into space with a space monkey.
Oh yeah, you didn't like the space monkey.
He's creepy.
In space. Space. Space.
We did intentionally make this a very space-focused show. We absolutely, definitely planned that.
Yep. Yeah, our programming has finally come together after months of scheduling and effort.
Yeah, I mean, we've had very frequent roundtable meetings. So many of them.
It's more, the tables were more rectangular. But
Yeah, I guess that's true. Some were square.
yeah.
Yeah. Oval tables?
I can get my saw.
Okay. Don't like this rectangular table. If only there was something we could do. Thank you, Sean.
Is that a car going by?
It needs a tune-up or something.
I think their timing belts loose.
Pluto, the best damn planet in the world.
All right, to recap our topic of the day, it's National I Want Butterscotch Day. How do we feel about butterscotch? We've had some good answers from you chat so far. Kate Zaid answered at the tail end of last hour saying the following when it comes to butterscotch. Love butterscotch, by the way. That's what Kate Zaid said. My brain thought it was longer when I saw it at a glance. And so I'm looking for the pink Kate Zaid name in the chat, but with lots of words behind it. Didn't realize it was love butterscotch, by the way.
That didn't happen.
Element did say, by the way, Parks and Recs is great. Offerman is amazing as Ron Swanson.
It's true.
Yeah. Also, Element pointed to Weekend at Bernie's, which is on our watch party list. I have actually seen Weekend at Bernie's from start to finish, and
Nice.
I do think it was pretty okay. At least back in the day. I don't know if it holds up well, but
Yeah, that's true.
it's good back in the day. So. All right. Anything else to get to? You're fine with butterscotch. It sounds like
Yeah, I like butterscotch.
you're
Pour
gonna get
some on some ice cream.
you're gonna get some butterscotch casing today.
Yep. For my sausages.
Ugh, gross. Mistakes were made. All right, 7:17. We're gonna play one more game of Rocket League, then we're gonna have Sam LeBlanc join us. We're gonna talk about space, which is gonna be very fun. Enjoy this topic, especially because there's some games in here that fit with the Under 1000 podcast theme. So if you haven't already, we'll introduce you to Under 1000 podcast. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun conversation. Yesterday we had Whit Fuller on, talked about the cozy game movement and some of the things that Whit has noticed about it. We brought up Bear and Breakfast, which is a game that we still want to play. Things are happening all over in space today. But we'll also grab Eagles and Eggs, which is the spin-off from the creators of Bear and Breakfast.
Not Eagles eggs, but Eagles and eggs.
Eagle, the math material was like, you're not going to steal my eggs. What are you talking about?
Those are my babies.
Silly. I need those. Although your house does have a history of losing birds, baby birds to... Well, actually, I guess technically you've never lost a baby bird, have you?
Correct. It was just a mommy or daddy bird.
Sean had a nest outside your house.
Yeah. So outside our front door, under the awning, the posts that hold up said awning, on the inside of the awning have a little nook at the top of them. And twice now, birds have come and laid eggs, made a little nest and laid eggs on the little post, and it's super cute. I don't know if eggs were ever there the first time, but the second time for sure there were eggs, and we were paying a lot of attention to the nest and the eggs, and then they hatched, and there were little baby birdies in there. And every time we opened the door, we'd hear them like chirp, 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 and it was really cute. And there was a mom and a dad bird taking care of them, and they would frequently, when we were outside, they would swoop near the nest and kind of watch over them and protect them, and it was super cute. And then Arturo would go out there and stand right below the nest and harass them, as he does, because he's a good hunter, and usually that's a good thing. But these were it was a cute little bird family. And one day he was out there especially being harassing, and so the parents were swooping down at Arturo trying to get him to go away, and one of them swooped a little too close to Arturo and was snatched out of thin air and murdered.
Swooped a little too close to Sean's cat son. Flew a little too close to the sun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, being the doorbell, doorbell camera era, that was all captured on camera.
Yep. We still have the clip of Arturo murdering part of that poor family.
Which was Mordor. Mordor, She Wrote. Coming this fall to CBS. I would watch a Lord of the Rings Angela Lansbury mashup. Be different than NCIS or CSI. I still feel bad for that poor bird. And that poor orphaned, well, I guess not fully orphaned, but motherless family.
Yeah, it was sad. We were very mad at Arturo. We didn't let him back outside until the baby birds were old enough to leave the nest.
Did you get a litter box just to help with that? Oh, you
we
have a litter box. Yeah.
He just doesn't use it most of the time.
But was banished to Litterboxville. Flew too close to the sun. Oh my gosh. Arturo is Sean's cat, by the way, if you're not fully familiar, but the cat that visits us often during the course of the show. When it's not murdering birds, birderer. Oh no! Nice job. What a fast break. We did that together.
Yeah, we did.
Look at how definitely much I helped here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
See, that guy broke off to you because he thought I was going to pass it over.
Just like we drew up.
A diversion.
Oh, look, a diversion. I love that movie so much. Yeah, it was birdicide. First degree birdicide. Not to be confused with first degree furbicide. Furbicide in the first degree.
It's a nice double shot there.
Found the window, the upper 90. A beautiful goal from Harry Kane. If you're not already, you can do exclamation point bingo. You can get it in on our bingo game, as we are trying to see if that's something that adds value for the audience over the course of our 3-hour morning radio show that plays games. So exclamation point bingo, you can grab your bingo card, and there's a couple of things on there like, does Hefty score less than 100 in Rocket League, which tends to happen. Although
Not today, though.
Yeah. Well, but we're about to become losers. That's a good shot, though. I can't be mad.
Nope.
Birdicide. Did Arturo ever get, like, bird droppings on his head or anything just to retaliate?
No. No, instead he was just banished.
You haven't been like stalked by oh crap, a bird. Oh, perfect, just like I drew up. You haven't been stalked like by a bird. You have to keep looking in the rearview mirror, always wondering if it's watching and waiting.
No. No, but I did have to, after the birds left the nest, I had to get up there and clean the nest out and clean the post off.
Did you put up police tape? Preserve the evidence. Had little bird clean suits. Well, we need to score here because we have an interview. Hey, we have an interview to do. We can't keep playing. Well, so much for that. All right. It's a 7:25 West Coast time. It's 10:25 out east. It's 3:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. Doo-doo-doo. Thank you for being here. Our interview about space coming up next on Gaming Morning Show. Welcome back to Gaming Morning Show. It is the Wednesday edition. We have a chance to talk about space on today's show. We have a chance to talk to Sam LeBlanc, who is with us today, getting a glimpse inside video games and the world of space and how those two things are related. We found you via space.com, which is where you can read the article Defying Gravity, how video games play with gravity and zero-G. Good morning, Sam. Curious if you can give us an idea of kind of what makes space a creative environment when it comes to video game makers.
Sure. Good morning, and thanks for having me on. So, space is interesting in that it gets more interesting the more people embrace it. A lot of games treat space like sort of just an extra axis to move on, and that's what the editor Ian Stokes, who I worked with, and I wanted to sort of get away from. We looked for games that specifically sort of tried to embrace the unique aspects of space. That is not just an extra axis to move in, but also, when you're moving, you can't just swim around. If you're on a course, you're on a course. If you're designing an environment for space, you can look at it from any angle, right? That's what I talked about sort of in the Guts and Prey. Heavenly Body addresses sort of those difficulties of the actual granular physics. And then Kerbal Space Program takes that all and sort of sets it at scale. So, what are the challenges of gravity and the uses of gravity when you're, doing space flight? So things like slingshot maneuvers to conserve fuel, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to look at it at a bunch of different levels. And it's interesting the more that people lean into the actual physics of it.
Nice. And having environments like that is so different from the traditional video game, especially when you're getting into level editing and environmental editing. How have you seen some of the games that you wrote about handle some of those challenges?
Sure. So Prey is the one that I focused on environmentally, and that's because it addresses space not just on the exterior of the Talos 1, which is the space station that it's set on, but also in the interior, in the Guts, which are utility tunnels that the player can use to sort of traverse through the station under the surface of the more livable aspects of the space station. And that's really interesting because it includes signage that can be read from up and down. When you're traveling through the space, it feels very much as if it was designed for maintenance guys who are trained in zero-G to move through. You can branch off in any direction. There's no sort of limitations based on what you might see in a gravitational space.
You mentioned Heavenly Bodies, and I'm always kind of curious some of the games that people choose to play or choose to focus on when it comes to their media and their level of interest. How did the game Heavenly Bodies first catch your attention?
Sure. So, I'm a developer by trade, and Steam has a couple of like access points that you can sort of look into their statistics and things. And our podcast is called Under 1,000, which means we look specifically for niche games with under 1,000 reviews. And so we can sort of programmatically poll Steam for games that might fit that criteria. And then what we do is put them into a spreadsheet and look at their sort of reception and see if they're, worth a better look, because the goal of the podcast is to highlight indie developers. And so Heavenly Bodies came to us because it was, under 1,000 reviews when we found it, and it had a very, very strong reception, and it was unlike anything we'd seen before. So it was a puzzle game that we could play cooperatively, which is, always fun for us as hosts to be able to record together. It had this unique control scheme, which is really what drew us to it, where when you're playing, each joystick controls an arm. So your little character sort of has his arms out, and you can grasp things independently. And so that, combined with the pretty brutal physical mechanics of the game, made for this interesting experience where even opening a door involves sort of using one joystick to grab the side of the space station, one joystick to grab the door, and then pull them apart, and you get this really weird sort of ragdollish animation. So it was charming, difficult, unique, all the things we look for the podcast.
Let's close with this then. We just gave a link to the Under 1,000 podcast. I was really kind of taken back by that idea. Like, how cool is that to kind of dive into these areas where it's almost kind of like Lucas Maiko, a former host of ours, and does this on his Twitch stream, where it's like it came from Steam, where it was like a random free game or something like that. Share some other Under 1,000 games that have been really interesting to get into.
Yeah, so one of my favorites is Aviary Attorney, where you play as a bird lawyer in the Revolutionary France time period. So that's great. It's a phenomenal game. If you played Ace Attorney, you're really going to enjoy that. I would definitely give that a look. I think they just had a Switch release as well. We've got Citizen Sleeper, which is, if you're a fan of Disco Elysium and sort of very story-heavy, narrative-heavy RPGs, you're going to love that. It's about being a corporate-owned android that has escaped to a sort of a dingy space shuttle at the edge of the universe. Let's see, what else? Storm Chasers. It's what it sounds like on the tin. You play as Storm Chasers, and there's even a versus mode where one person plays the tornado and tries to cause as much destruction as possible, and the other person, tries to view that without getting blown away. So, really all the more unique ideas we find, the better. I just love to see what people can come up with.
Well, we certainly appreciate you taking the time to join us. Very interesting, all the things that you have found. And I'm sure you're just scratching the surface, right?
Yeah, we've got a long way to go. There's a lot of stuff to wade through, but the gems are there. So, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Sam LeBlanc, you can follow at _Sam LeBlanc on Twitter. And, of course, the links that we shared to both the Space.com article and the Under 1,000 podcast, which is a Substack podcast. Sam, thanks so much for taking the time to join Gaming Morning Show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
Absolutely. That was a lot of fun to talk to you today on Gaming Morning Show. It is now 7:32 this morning, 7:32 on this morning radio show that plays games, Hefty Goof and Sports Gaming. But yeah, we might take a quick look into Dead Space coming up in one of the future GMS Fudge episodes on GMS Tuesday nights. You're telling me that that's probably still a bad idea, but it's possible. It's possible that we would do that.
It's the best of bad ideas, though, because it'll be fantastic. Everyone will be so happy.
Will they?
Everyone but one.
Okay. Fantastic. Sports Gaming, Hefty Goof. Thanks to Sam for joining us, and again, follow the Under 1,000 podcast, which you can find right now on the link that we provided. And please check out that story. Thanks to Krypton for the follow on Twitch. Always appreciated when you have a chance to stop by. And this is the link again to the Space.com article. Gray said, so cool, and thanks, Sam. Yeah, I want to check out the Under 1,000 podcast because it sounds like such a neat concept.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. I'm going to definitely check it out. Add it to my podcast list.
Okay.
And it was fun. It's fun talking about Prey, because that was a game I played in the era that I was platinuming games, completing games more frequently. And that was a game that caught my eye that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to platinum this game because it's a huge game, and it's quite a bit larger than a lot of the games I was playing to complete. But I played it and just fell in love with everything about the game. It was so much fun, and it did platinuming it, and it took quite a while. But that game's fantastic.
All right, there you go. Sam LeBlanc joining us on Gaming Morning Show, and talked about being a developer too. Works with a company out of North Carolina. So all these things, I like how Sam has kind of combined a wide variety of like interests, and even said that the Space.com article like started with a focus on heavenly bodies, and then kind of just grew from there. It was a collaborative effort with the editors, so that was pretty cool. 7:34 now on this morning radio show that plays games. Kage Boy is in the chat. Nice chat to you, Kage Boy. You can of course find
Nice chat!
Kage Boy streaming on Twitch, and as I mentioned, thank you to Krypton for the follow on Twitch. King Gray said, so cool, thanks Sam. GMS in space. Yeah, I learned a lot there, and it's really interesting to see like elements of games that I take for granted, including things like background art, you know, the people who make the environments. I was playing Apex Legends yesterday, and there's one building that's like a Control-C, Control-V type building that they kind of place in all these different spots. But in one section, it usually has like a door that you can exit out of. And in this situation, because they didn't want you to be able to go that direction, they had like a different landscape that was covering the side of the wall. And my brain just stopped for a second and was like, oh, that's different, right? And so there's somebody who, you know, draws all of that stuff. Same kind of thing with space, you know, figuring out how all the physics works and such. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and in environmental construction, when you're inherently limited by gravity, you know, you're walking down a hallway, right? And with gravity, you have to primarily be concerned with like even something like just physical limitations of, you have contact with the ground and then you have contact with the walls. You don't have to worry about like, oh, things work well on the ceiling because no one's walking on the ceiling, and if you have no gravity, all of a sudden every inch of every space has to be tested and make sure you're not breaking things or falling into the void or having some sort of physical limitation because of getting into spaces that people don't usually get into. It seems so much more complicated.
All right, that was fun. We've had a lot of great interviews over the last 24 hours, really. I mean, we had Awkwardish Panda Whit Fuller on yesterday during Gaming Morning Show. We had J-Mags on during GMS Tuesday nights. Reminder, next Tuesday on February 21st, 8 p.m. Pacific time, it's a live edition of GMS Plays Live with Sports.Gaming, who is on the left side of your screen, and Sports.Wife. When's the last time you got into God of War Ragnarok?
It's been a while. It's been probably about a month since we've played. So it'll be nice to get back into it.
Yeah, I mean, you were moving right along. Hopefully, since the last time you were in there, they've extended the amount of time for the non-playable characters to tell you all the hints on how to solve the game.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, I solve all the puzzles right away, so it doesn't affect me much.
Don't need your help. Silly goose. Kage Boy says it's a pretty cool concept to think about going back to the physics of space. It's such a good game about God of War Ragnarok. What are your opinions on Butterscotch, chat? That's our topic of the day. Today's National I Want Butterscotch Day. These are some tidbits from nationaltoday.com. It's designated, of course, today, February 15th. It's an unofficial holiday that celebrates the creamy sweetness of butterscotch. Can you imagine that butterscotch has been in existence for over 200 years? Apparently, Sean Canada's mind was not literally blown right there.
I can imagine it.
You know, butterscotch started its journey from a small town in Yorkshire, before blowing all over the world. I didn't like that sentence. Butterscotch started its journey from a small town in Yorkshire before blowing all over the world.
Mm-mm.
Can I get a rewrite, please? I don't like that one. It evolved from just being candy to becoming an essential topping in all desserts and sweets. Butterscotch is mainly made from brown sugar and butter. That's why I like it so much. I love brown sugar. I eat brown sugar by itself.
That's because it's delicious.
Oh, it's amazing. Other ingredients that are sometimes used in addition include corn syrup, cream, vanilla, and salt. Brown sugar is boiled to 1150 degrees Celsius and then mixed with other ingredients. This is National I Want Butterscotch Day. Some tidbits for you from nationaltoday.com.
Yeah, we have to find some way to have some butterscotch today.
I mean, I have to drive a lot today, but I'm going to end up in Seattle this morning, this evening. And, like, the easy way for me would be to swing through and get, like, some Werthers or something. But I don't really like Werthers that much to want those.
Yeah, that is the easiest, but that's not where butterscotch truly shines.
Yeah. I guess I could stop and get some ice cream, but I'm trying not to eat ice cream. And if I eat ice cream on the road, then I'll tell two friends, and then they'll tell two friends, and before I know it, I'm gonna have lots of added sugar.
Maybe you just buy one of the butterscotch like squeeze bottles for ice cream and just
No,
while you drive.
I can't do that. I have to have spoon, as Austin at Attack 12 pointed out.
Yeah,
earlier.
but this is butterscotch speedrun strats.
Spoons be damned. All right, it's a 7:40 on this morning radio show.
You can news if you wanna.
That plays games. Here's what we're tracking at this hour. Earlier in the show, we told you about what was happening with a rambunctious, an advantageous squirrel that found an opening through a door because of a pizza delivery. Well, now Ben Hooper of UPI tells you the story of what happens when an escaped Central Park owl decides to try to just continue to exist and eat food. I still don't understand quite why this is a story today, but maybe reading the copy will actually give me insight onto this. All right, here we go.
Perhaps.
This is Ben Hooper of UPI reporting that a Eurasian eagle owl who escaped from the Central Park Zoo in New York earlier this month is now hunting for his own food. Officials said Flacco, an owl that escaped from his enclosure at the zoo after his exhibit was vandalized in early February, has been spotted in the park on numerous occasions since his escape, but has evaded capture. Zoo officials said Flacco has been still hunting for his own food in the park after keepers and experts previously expressed fears that the avian would not be able to feed himself due to his familiarity with life in captivity. Okay, there we go. There's the crux of the story, because my brain hadn't registered that, yeah, I guess when you're getting served food constantly, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I don't need to go out and kill things myself. I wonder if Arturo, your cat, could help this owl.
Probably. He's quite the hunter.
Quote, we have seen rapid improvement in his flight skills and ability to confidently maneuver around the park. A major concern for everyone at the beginning was whether Flacco would be able to hunt and eat. That is no longer a concern. The zoo officials will continue to monitor Flacco while they work on a plan to return him to the facility. Meow.
You ring.
We've been talking about your cat all day long.
You smell like wet food.
Ugh. Gross.
It's a good microphone.
Let's see if we can hear. Be quiet at this hour. I'm gonna hear Arturo.
He says no.
Man, Arturo never hits his cues. Come on, Arturo. Be more like Eagle the Mathemateagle. Always hits his cues.
He coughed at us.
877 cash meow.
Goodbye.
877 cash meow.
Oh, you're just laying here. Okay.
That's where he lives now.
Cat in the lap.
Cats in the lap and the silver spoon. We use it for butterscotch.
And other things.
And other things.
Yep.
Sis was excited to see Arturo at least today. Do you have a lap cat now?
Well, he's tucked his head under the desk like he wants to jump down, so butt straight at me, but he's not jumping. He's just here. There we go. He's gone.
Love when the butt's straight at you.
I'm not a fan.
thanks again to Sam LeBlanc for joining us earlier on the show. It was fun to hear about space. All right, we got sports coming up after this, and then we're going to play It Takes Two in the final hour. Crew, if you're here for the Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth meeting, that starts at 8:07. We're going to try to add to our 1,030 banked balloons all-time record. I like how that goalie car just kind of was like, nah.
Yeah, it kind of, just sat there.
Guess it's just going to happen.
I'll take it. I got past the first one. I was like, oh, but they have a goalie, and thought my pass was doomed.
Are you at the point where you're starting to count assists for this season?
In this last stage, I will most likely have the get 150 assists challenge, which is where it gets really difficult because that's a lot. So we'll see, and that unlocks next hour. So I'll know for tomorrow where I'm at with assists.
We might have to do a Friday achievement hunter for Rocket League specifically.
Yeah.
Yes.
An assist-a-palooza.
Yesterday, while I was waiting for Apex Legends to update, because it came out 10 a.m. Pacific time, I had an hour between our show and then the launch of it, where you could actually start playing it. Which, by the way, thank you for allowing us to pre-install games now, people, because it's so great to be able to just have the thing on the machine, and then the moment that it said it could be installed, I just was able to hit a button and it let me play right away. It was great.
Nice. That's 2 assists. Wish I could bank them.
I thought this was like a businesses type name. It's not. Not even close. Read closely, Hefty. I might go in. Just a little bit too long.
Well, that was the choice.
But after I was done with the show, I looked and I was like, oh yeah, I still have maybe 8 things to unlock. Because again, I don't understand why we can't just have the rewards. Why do we have to open them up? I mean... Nice try. Good design is supposed to create the smallest amount of steps for me.
Yeah, but most people, I don't think this applies to you, get something out of the unlocking it and seeing the oh, what did I get? Oh, I got that. Yeah, the claiming is part of the process.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. The hardest part is, you know what I wish there was, and this applies to Apex Legends too, is you'll get something from the loot tick or whatever, and it shows you it on screen, and you can preview it, which is super helpful. I wish there was a button where not only does it show you what you have currently equipped, which Apex Legends does, but then it says, this is what that looks like, because I don't always remember, and so I want to be able to see it before I equip it, and then I have to go in and, go into the store and all that stuff for the garage. That would be cool if they had that. Although, I will say Rocket League does a good job of having the equip button right there. I could benefit from having the equip to blue or equip to orange on the claim screen. Mm-hmm. That would be cool. As long as you're scoring goals from midfield accidentally, what more could you want? That was definitely not calculated. Watch me defend this. I was very proud of the way that I kind of waited, and they still popped it over my head. I was so proud of myself. The other thing that Sean and I got into talking about yesterday was I've mentioned this on Twitter, at Hefty Goof. My son, Hefty Son, has been playing Super Mario Odyssey, and there's this one song that's just an absolute banger. And he loves the song, and so it's not only just a fun song to listen to, but it's super, adorable to listen to him, like, sing it wholeheartedly over and over and over again. Like, I haven't even got sick of it, and he sang it a lot. And so yesterday they had the dentist appointment, so I had to take them back from the dentist, and they have a fine enough time at the dentist. It wasn't like it was a horrible experience. And I was like, oh, well, let's listen to something other than the one song that they're currently locked into, because that one is kind of getting annoying to listen to. And so I pull up Super Mario Odyssey music, and we find this song. It's called Break Free. And so then I go to Sean's house for dinner, and I'm like, do you remember the music from Odyssey? Because I asked if Sean played it. And apparently I'm not alone. Like, the music from Odyssey was pretty okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The whole game, it's full of music, and some of it sticks with you a lot more. Some of it's a lot catchier, but I don't recall once being annoyed with the music in that game.
Yeah, it's a really good soundtrack, which we found whilst driving, but we also found, oh no, just like I meant to do, so I could do this. Haha. Have most of my key moments in this game followed an oh no?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, we found the whole soundtrack. We listened to some of it, and then big thanks to Rob Kovacs, who I will fully shout out in a little bit. But yesterday after GMS Tuesday nights, we sent our audience over to Rob, and Rob, when you raid, always allows you to pick a song. And so I asked, do you know anything from Super Mario Odyssey? And Rob goes, do I know anything from Super Mario Odyssey? And it doesn't sound like Rob was offended, but duh, that kind of thing. Good morning. Hey, it's Brendan TTV. It's good to see you. We have sports coming up. I listen to Steam Gardens from Odyssey all the time. It is a certified banger. This one was called, the one that Rob played was New Donk City or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing it reminded me of is when we had Charlie Rosen on from the 8-Bit Big Band, and they had been nominated and eventually had ended up winning a Grammy for one of their covers from Kirby Dream Land, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it made me just think of how good some of the music from video games is, but then also in different ways of playing them, different covers. So
yeah, and there's a video, there's a bass player based out of New York, Adam Neely, who has played with the 8-Bit Big Band, who just did a video about how video game music is this new musical canon in the way that jazz artists in the 40s and 50s were covering songs from musicals and other musical canons from the 20s and 30s, and then they were covering them in new ways, and people were more familiar with that reimagining of the original music. And video game music is kind of going through the same thing, where now we're having one of his examples was Bob-omb Battlefield's music from Mario 64, how some people are familiar with that song because of the way it's covered. They weren't even alive when Mario 64 came out. That's fascinating to think about. And I'll post that video in Discord.
Yeah, please do. You can get the Discord link right there, gamingmorningshow.tv/where to find GMS. And to your point, we just had the Grammy for Best Original Score that was given out. So, yeah, we're in a fantastic moment in time for that kind of stuff. So, thank you for being here. It's late, 7:53 West Coast, 10:53 out East, 3:53 for those watching GMS in the UK. It's time for sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. King Gray, find King Gray on the internet. Yesterday, was there hockey played? Oh, there was hockey played. Oh man, was there some hockey played. In fact, Your Seattle Kraken played at Winnipeg, lost 3-2 in a shootout. I don't think the Kraken have won since the All-Star break.
They've struggled. Remember the first half of the season when the Kraken looked like they were going to make a big push this year?
It's not too late. It's notebook time. It's not over. It still isn't over. Quiet Time Gaming's Tampa Bay Lightning beat Hofbrew's Colorado Avalanche in Denver. Shootout as well, 4-3 final. Boston over Dallas on the road, overtime, 3-2. St. Louis beat Florida 6-2. Ottawa in a shootout over the Islanders 3-2. New Jersey beat Columbus 3-2. A lot of 3-2 scores. Carolina over Washington 3-2. And Montreal beat Chicago. So here's your playoff teams. Bruins, Lightning, Maple Leafs, Hurricanes, Devils, Rangers, Penguins, Capitals. In the Eastern Conference, Islanders, Panthers still very much in it. Stars, Jets, Avalanche, Golden Knights, Kings, and the aforementioned Kraken still in the top three of the Pacific, although one game ahead of the Oilers. Wild at 61 points in a virtual tie with the Flames, but right now the Flames are losing that tiebreaker with their 11 overtime losses. Flames play tonight, I believe. Wait, no, tonight's Wednesday. Yeah, Flames play tomorrow. Yeah, so they play tomorrow against Detroit. By the way, Sean, we're not alone. Dallas Stars fans, would you like to start the most overtimes lost club?
This is our new competition.
And the Sharks have 11 too. But what doesn't make any sense, the Sharks are, significantly out of playoff position. The Stars have the most points in the Western Conference.
Hockey's weird.
It is. All right, there you go. That is your sports, which was basically just hockey. So, sports brought to you, as always, by King Gray. Theatrical music moments often parallel the musical heights in games. They've tied to... Theatrical musical moments often parallel the musical heights in games that they're tied to strong memories, so the tunes are memorable to us. From Hey, it's Brendan. Down says, I wasn't live when Mario 64 came out. Says Downs.
Yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't alive. I was. What was that, 97?
Hey, come back for the final hour, crew. We're going to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. It Takes Two and more. Thank you for being here. It is the Wednesday edition of the show, February 15th, 2023. We'll come back. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Sean, how are you?
Good morning. We're making up for all the lackluster mornings last week by just throwing more in at once.
That was my version of reverb. Wow, I think it's correct. It sounds good on your end, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, sounds fine over
All
here.
right, fantastic, wonderful. Lots of Ryan after having no voice for like the entire last week. Here we go. Morning, gamer. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. It is Monday, January 30th, 2023. Very excited for today's show. We are going to have two live interviews. One, 5 Questions GMS, where we talk about the Super Bowl. It's supposed to be Me not like gurgling. That was supposed to be a cat purr. That's how my cat always purrs. Rears the head back. Has to have liquid in the mouth for some reason. Really clears out the throat. Goes, you playing Marvel Snap? Question mark.
We talked about Marvel Snap.
There is a chance Sean might sit down, and we will have like an audience-only event where we'll play some Marvel Snap. I'll even play too. It's Marvel. I'll dominate you all with my knowledge.
You'll know all the things.
Yeah. It'll be fun. All right, let's say hi to Bear Bear. It's been a while. The biggest Eagles fan is behind Sean's curtain. He's rooting for the Eagles. This I am certain. The Super Bowl is in 2 weeks, but the Eagles are on our mind. Bear Bear, show us your Eagles pride. That rhymes with mind. Pride, mind.
Seamless.
Three.
I was looking at the little black separators. So number 3, Sean.
3.
Number 3, an estimated 81% of data breaches are due to poor password security.
It's
Gotta
very
keep your passwords secure.
These are very to the point. There's not a lot. I thought there was going to be some good elaboration to these. All right.
4.
Although 91% of participants in a recent survey understand the risk of password reuse, 59% admitted to doing it anyway. All right, so listen. I feel like this is a snapshot of our chat, right? We have one person yelling, quiet, from the void, be like, use a password manager. And then we have people being like...
They're yelling quiet.
Sorry.
Use a password manager. Researchers from the University of Pennsylvania reported on why we sneeze in the Journal of the Federation of American Societies for Experimental Biology. Read that every day. And they concluded that we need to reset our nasal cavity every so often, and we do that by sneezing. Turn it off and back on again.
3.
Nature's, did you turn it off and back on again? Your heart does not stop when you sneeze. Thank goodness.
Did you say snop?
Don't think so, but I'll believe you. Fine. Take one on the old mispronunciation counter for one of the simplest words. It's a combination of stop and stop.
Snot.
Snop. Snop.
I have to go back and watch that.
We need a review. Are you throwing the challenge flag? Now planning to attempt to introduce E2 and Momo officially so that they and their child can live as a family.
Huh.
It honestly does sound like Jurassic Park crappy oversight. We have eliminated any chance that these animals can mate, except for this one. But other than that, that'll never happen. These carnivorous animals will never eat us. There's no chance.
I'm just desperately trying to not say the comment that I want to say. What a glorious story.
Oh, Jesus. Stop. Stop!
What? I thought it was a very touching story.
Gramographer of this morning radio show that plays games. Thank you for being here. Sizz checks in, as does Kate Zaid.
Nice chat.
We're going to ask you questions about cards. Kate Zaid said, I want to send a card to someone now. Please do, because we're going to talk about that over the course of this program. Also, King Gray is checking in. It's good to see you, Gray. Thank you for bringing tacos to the first hour. Is exciting. Today is National Send a Card to a Friend Day. So we're asking, when's the last time you sent something to a friend? It is also African American Coaches Day, Ballet Day, E-Day, Hug an Addict or Alcoholic Day, International Clash Day, National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, National Fettuccine Alfredo Day, National Jack Day, National Periodic Table Day, Rose Day, and Wave All Your Fingers at Your Neighbor Day. Hi, neighbor.
Hi.
All right, let's gather round to read the Moose Book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse. You're welcome.
Wake up, that's all we seem to be. I'm going, you're calling, but you're bad news for me.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you so much for being a part of it on Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. Sports.Gaming and Hefty. It's been a good show so far. We talked about video games in space with Sam LeBlanc of Under 1000 Podcasts, which you can find on the internet. It is a Substack podcast, so the easiest way is to click that link right there. Finding games on Steam that have under 1000 reviews. Heavenly Bodies, I feel like, as Sam described that last hour, I think you told me about that game before for some reason. I could be making that up, but
I don't think so. I don't recall that game anyway.
Sounds interesting.
It sounds very interesting.
And then you did talk about Prey too.
Yeah, Prey is fantastic. Big fan of that.
Yeah, it was a good interview. Sam LeBlanc, space.com, and if you want to read the article, which helped lead us in that direction, you can by clicking on that link. Defying Gravity, how video games play with gravity in Zero-G. We are not going to have these out probably today or tomorrow, but as soon as we can, we'll cut out our videos and make them, or our interviews rather, make them standalone videos on our YouTube page. So if you'd like to find those, youtube.com/Gaming Morning Show, you can right now go and click the thumbs up button and share a comment on our interview with Sam Proof ahead of the Super Bowl that happened on February 12th with Cute Avalanche, which is the kittens webcam site on Twitch. That one.
It's pretty awesome.
I went to watch it the other day and I didn't have, I don't know, I had some limitation where I wasn't able to move the camera, so I got to figure out what I was doing wrong, if they were just powered off for the night or something. But I like there was that one, there's the chicken one that someone pointed us to, where you can change camera angles and look all over the place. It's a neat concept. Maybe we can do that for Bear Bear.
Ooh. Does anyone want a Bear cam? Just watch Bear nonstop.
We finally would at least know where Bear goes at night.
I'm still convinced he just stands right there.
Just waiting for the curtain to open back up?
The whole time.
It's like this far from the glass.
The last time I washed that window, I had to get Bear to move so that I could wipe it.
His feet unstuck from the spot. All right, there you go. That's kind of what we've done so far. Coming up, It Takes Two. We'll play that starting here in about 10 minutes right now.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Welcome to the Final Hour crew. We are glad that you are here with us. Make do on a Wednesday together. You and me and you.
Hello, FHC.
Rhyming is fun.
I didn't realize all of our segments got poems today.
We're in a rhyming mood, apparently. Melby on YouTube is here. So is King Gray. I am JF Downs. It's great to see you as well. Dungeon Meowster KJ, thank you for being here with the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
Ambassador 2, the Final Hour crew is here. Hey, it's Brendan as well. A big shout out to Brendan, who will be streaming likely tomorrow on Twitch, and you can watch Brendan play all sorts of fun things. Let's see. Last game I watched Brendan play was a spooky game, so I may not have been able to tune in as of late. I don't know. Brendan, are you playing a spooky game right now? If I haven't mentioned it already, Kage Boy was here. Businesses, thank you for stopping by as well. It's been great to see many of you. We also had Riot here earlier. Kate Zaid, the Element of One, Awkwardish Panda had stopped by as well. For anyone who's listening or lurking wherever you may be, thank you for making GMS part of your day. Let's play
part of your world. Like the Little Mermaid.
It's a second Little Mermaid reference in 12 hours for Sean and me. Don't even remember why the other one came up.
Because we talked about someone named Ariel.
Oh, yeah. Right. Let's play the game.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Sean, we stand at 1,030 banked balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And by stand, I mean we float in the air with 1,000. That monster should be dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's had no food in how long?
Well, it's going to eat all the other people who fall because they fail. And comes back to wait for us.
Transportation, here's a big swing.
Now that's a big swing.
You can guess letters, but you can also guess words. Dump truck is the guess from one I Am JF Downs. We'll use the T from dump truck.
T, yes.
It's almost like it's dumb truck. Truck.
Funk.
An R from KJ.
R, correct.
I thought it was almost trucks, but
There goes my car trucks, guys.
car trucks, a better way to go.
Nah, take that.
Suck it, controller. A from Sizz.
A, no.
E from Gray.
E, yes.
It's a car transporter. I'm gonna guess you. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what you say. You.
You, no.
Then I'm wrong. Pent Racer? Actually, it might be. It can't be Racer. There's no A there. Good morning to Scott Chick. It is good to see you today. Thank you for being here this morning.
Hello, FHC. The Nintendogs live under Scott Chick's bed.
An O from Gray.
Oh, correct.
Oh, correct.
Troper? Trommer? Troller? A pent racer is someone that copies a drawing with a pen.
Oh, yes.
All right, Gray wanted a V, but now people are jumping on Destroyer. I would like to point out that the category is transportation. I'm gonna guess Destroyer, but
yeah, maybe do the S first.
it's Destroyer. It's just
Why?
Didn't we have another weird one under transportation one time?
Oh yeah, we've had many weird ones under transportation. I feel like transportation and places have been the ones that make the least sense.
How about that Scott trick?
Cracked.
Scott Chick did a pretty cool Scott trick.
Sean, am I still the one who's been doing the talking into the microphone thing forever? Right? I am the one who does that, right?
I think that's still your thing. Yeah.
Is this a signal that it's time for me to go?
Have you come up with a good retirement plan?
Scott trick. Oh, okay. Yeah, Drew Mega was like, what? Brendan goes, I drive a 2009 Dodge Destroyer. Don't think Dodge made a Destroyer. Did you get the 4-seat or the 3-row Dodge Destroyer, or did you get the one with the beds and the heavy artillery? King Gray, I was chasing down a Rover idea, but Destroyer was definitely right. Like Destroyer class sub or something. Exactly. Don't understand.
Oh man, so good.
Brendan got the hatchback Destroyer for more cargo. Here's an E from Mel B.
E. Cha-ching.
Oh my gosh, what a fun segment coming soon from Scott Chick 360. Scott Chicks, Scott Tricks.
The 10 dogs live under Scott Chick's bed.
Scott Chick says, I think a destroyer may be a type of ship. It is. But why is that under transportation?
Can you write on it?
You can.
So one might say you've been transported from one place to another.
All right, by the letter of the law, sure.
Nah, I'm not liking it either.
D.
D. No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Will that ever get old?
No, it's funny every time.
A from Drew Mega.
A. Cha-ching.
Downs. I think we asked Downs to use it in a sentence. It transports the seamen to the battle. Mel B, well, ships is a type of transportation, right? All right, we got an R from Drew Mega.
R. Cha-ching.
Oh, by the way, this is all about sports, so I apologize for not giving acknowledgement to Downs. Is all about sports, or Brendan's Shaq.
Shack.
S.
S. Correct.
T. Ooh, speaking of sports.
No.
Ted Lasso, new season, March 15th. It was announced yesterday, March 15th. Have you watched that yet?
Nope. Haven't checked it out.
Do you
yet.
have any interest?
It's on my list.
Okay. I was going to say maybe you should try to get that done by March 15th, but, you know, it's not like we're going to be able to watch it together anyways.
Is that first word new?
N.
N. Yes.
W.
W. Yes.
Okay, so I can tell you that it's New Orleans.
New Orleans Saints.
Think more basketball. Think more mascots that are terrifying beyond all reason. Kind of like that. There we go. Hey, it's Brendan. Pelicans?
Question mark.
It is the Pelicans. Hey, it's Brendan. Is
Cracked. Cracked. Cracked.
5 banked balloons. And on the heels of a day where we were able to find a way to get like 24 or 26 or something, we pick up 10 today. So here we are.
But it was a well-earned 10.
Yes, absolutely. Every time I close that window, by the way, I'm still fearful that we're going to lose our banked balloons. So, yeah, terrifying. All right, thank you for being here. It's 8:19 West Coast time. It's 11:19 out east, 4:19 for those watching GMS in the UK. All right, let's play some It Takes Two. Last we left It Takes Two, Sean and I were playing as wooden and other type of media dolls. And we were just returned back to our house and transported to space.
Space.
Did I do that right? Is that exactly kind of where we are?
Yeah, sounds right. And there's a scary monkey.
Are we on a specific planet?
No, we're just in space.
Pluto, the best damn planet in the
All
world.
right, here we go. See how this goes. It Takes Two right now on Gaming Morning Show. Oh, are we about to fight the book? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, we're at the portals. So we did the red one, I think, right?
I think so. I think that's why it's all lit up. So blue one next?
How do you determine it's lit up? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Ooh, Moon Baboon, that's right.
My God. Now that was one hell of a ride.
Oh, you gotta move with it. It's a sphere. Oh. I get it. We're gonna be here a while.
Sorry, give me time to rip the eye.
Oh, that was pretty sick. I almost made it. All right, here we go. So here's what I always do with this there. Here's what I always do. I try to jump too much.
Yeah. Just walk.
I could use a...
All right, now to yeah. Slow and steady. Piece of cake.
I still thought I
get on
screwed
this
it up.
ball.
I need to do what now?
Get on the ball that I can push.
I don't want to, Sean. I want you to get up here. Okay. Just walking along, singing my song. Do-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's my song.
It's a good song.
Thank you for going insanely slow. Sean adapts to the skills of his friends.
And they gotta push some of it.
Wouldn't that be great if I had overjumped that?
Okay. And then we'll get on this other side.
Will we?
She was surprised too.
Well, keep on running, May.
Oh, I didn't know your voice got bigger when you got bigger.
Come to this side. Go.
Wait,
Right, ready?
had I not figured out the jump and dash before? Why can't I just walk? Oh, because if you push this over there, then we won't be able to get up there without me already on it. I see.
Right. And we'd have to start all over.
Just this sound that the ball is making is throwing me off because it sounds like I'm getting static in my headphones.
All right. Now, how the heck do I get up there?
I don't like your deep voice.
There.
Okay, so I have a button. Oh, this is okay. So this is one of the battery puzzles. So I definitely have to do something here.
So I think, yeah, bring that down and maybe I use it to jump.
Why can't you just jump on the...
Oh, I can get on the thing and then you can move me up. Maybe now? I just have to be itty bitty.
Itty bitty boo, sure. That's enough?
Alright, then I think I need to go to the side.
Like what? Oh, over here?
Yeah, towards the camera.
Right there?
Other way. Other
Yep,
way.
just like I expected.
And then up there. There you go. Oof. Watching your screen and then switching back to my screen hurts my head.
Why can't I do that? I can also go behind the robot.
But I'm small to get in here.
Oh, it's inside.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I'm itty bitty. Look, we did it. And as we learned last time, it doesn't make us go back. It just puts us here because it's kind. It saw the struggles we went through to get there.
It knows me so well.
All right. Just one portal left.
Brilliant.
Scott Chick says Sean is a very patient gaming buddy, and that is true. Sean has to play games with me.
Just thankful to have someone to play games with.
This is incredible.
Public relations department, right? That.
Ooh, that was intense.
Oh, we went camping.
Hey, you gotta go to the left, looks like.
Oh, this is where we started.
This is where you started. We went into different ones the first time, which was a mistake. So you're gonna have to jump over those.
How do you know that?
Okay, I have an idea.
Because
Next
they were
time we
lasers.
avoid the lasers.
Wow, what an idea.
Hey, space lady. How's it hanging?
Alright, we're gonna see what happens if I get to the... How do I duck again?
I got skewered.
But I'm
Alright,
all right.
circle is duck.
I got skewered.
You got it this time, I believe.
Nice. Can't. I jumped the See, we only needed you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You did come back.
This
All right.
game has played with me before. Ooh, they're trampolines.
Oh wait. There you go. Nope, stop. Go up the next one. Oh. Alright, hit this one. Not that one. This one.
Oh god!
Just double jump to get up there.
I can ground pound.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Leave me too. Wait. Oh, crouch. It even gave me the front.
How do I?
I need a second. How do you figure everything out so quickly in my brain?
Oh, I think I'm not small.
Oh, do you remember that one time? Why
Look how small I am.
So small. Do you remember that time? Nem's fight hurts where I couldn't jump the chasm.
Yeah, I sure do.
I'm so hopeless. Didn't really understand that one. Oh, do you have to fall down with me because we can't get? Yeah, we have to get to the bottom. Oh, and then I crown. So you do 1, 2, 3. Well, the rate 1, 2. You count it.
Maybe I just have to be little or big.
Yeah, maybe you just have to be little.
Try.
Yeah, is that like a big enough gap right there?
No.
Oh no, there's a gap up at the top for you.
Yeah, but I can't get up. Maybe I can get up there. Maybe I can be big. No.
Can you push it?
Oh, wait. Come back over. Do whatever you did over here again, or was I just saying things? That was just something.
Oh, maybe I was trying the wrong side. Do we get like rocking maybe? No, it doesn't.
Huh.
It looks like it's visually trying to have us do this.
Yeah, but
Maybe we take turns.
okay.
So I'll go first. Oh, that's exactly how we do it.
Nice.
These space boots are great! Woohoo!
Oh, my stomach hurts so much from laughing so hard. You're just so smart. Oh, okay. And that's making this go up. Oh, it's like a springboard. Okay, so I'll just stay still. Accidentally solving the problem. Oh,
Alright. I
Okay.
think we have to fine tune the. Let's go that much.
Why would we put a laser there?
A little bit more.
Mind the lasers, never mind.
Nice.
These are also lasers, right?
Yeah, don't hit those. Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
World's greatest dad.
Uh-oh.
Wait, no! My world's greatest dad mug!
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
Rose can buy you another one.
Uh-oh. Look at the top. We're in baboon territory.
I'm so little.
Oh, look at the itty bitty little Sean.
Oh, I can't double jump when I'm big. That's good to know.
Oh. No?
Oh, I give you a grappling point.
Okay. Whee!
Oh, I gotta get rid of this first. Whoa, whoa, so dizzy.
Centripetal force.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, hold on just a sec. I'll be right back.
Wait, which way is up?
Just
You're
give me
all right,
1
Meg.
second.
Look,
1
up
second.
here!
1 second.
Down here.
1 second.
Up. Oh.
I'm so big. Now I'm so big. I'm just a little guy. I should probably jump off. Whee. He's very agile. Doing flips and stuff. Wonder how far I can get without him. Not very far. Yeah, turns out it really does take two. All by myself.
Hi.
I tried to go on without you and I couldn't, and we discovered that that's why it's called It Takes Two. It was a mystery until this point.
I had to say goodbye to a hefty wife, so.
Good thing it settles down before it makes us jump off.
Oh, I was secretly hoping for a Hefty Floof appearance. If Hefty Floof was more cooperative, I would totally bring Hefty Floof in more often, but
Yeah.
Isn't very interested sometimes.
You gotta wait. Okay. Oh, we did it. That was
Yeah.
you. Now we go back. Piece of cake.
That was by far one of the hardest parts of this game.
I think
All right, we done?
And now we do this.
Oh yeah, this open as well. Okay, I got it. Okay.
You did it.
Whoa! Wow.
Oh, I really like
Was
being
that Christopher
ruthless.
Reevekin? Wow.
Real space. This is fun.
Is that Keonstopher Reefkin?
So now we even have to argue about what's fun.
I'm nauseous, okay? Growing up is not fun.
Just cheers my microphone.
Not you again.
We are focusing. Just trying to find a way out of this damn place.
You will only do that if you collabo.
Yeah. Collaboration. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, blah, 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 huh?
Yeah. Blah, 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 ha.
Okay. Just don't forget, yeah?
Blah, blah.
Oh, shut up, you two.
Collaboration, go!
All right, I'm going up.
I'll go up.
Another set of portals.
All right, let's get to it.
Oh. Back to square one, huh?
You don't know when to quit, do you, traitors? As Rosie's sworn protector, I will never let you make her cry.
You want to go this one?
Yeah.
I can't believe this game is so much longer. All right. Look, perfect. We can just run and go get it.
Yeah, piece of cake.
I helped. What's that do?
Make something underneath move. So maybe, is there a way for you to go underneath with your, oh yeah, over here.
Where?
Over this way. You can go down there with your boots. And then maybe I need to do this while you're down there.
Yep. 1, 2, go.
What a conductor!
Okay. Where's the conductor go? In front of the orchestra? So it says O to put down. Okay, so I got like an electrical current, so I bet this goes like over to this side. Yeah, nope. So it looks like we need a couple of them maybe if we're going to complete a circuit from one side to the other. Do you have another one?
Got one.
Okay.
Yep.
That was great time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? What'd I do? What'd I do? Oh, there's a small hole up here. So this is... There's a rocket ship or something in here for you. Trying to get your attention. I do kind of want to be in, like, the space fort. Oh, can you do a quick big really quick, and I'll catapult me up to the top here.
But then
Thank you.
I'll need you to come back so I can go in the small hole.
Another conductor. Perfect.
I'm good. Did you actually need me on there to get you up there?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't need me to be back. Right?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. That was sweet. Oh, here's
Got
one.
another one.
Okay. We need to steer it more over to this corner.
Which corner?
Like, over to these stars, right? That's what we're trying to connect, I assume?
Yeah, I think we're, this. Oh, we can move them all, too.
Yeah.
I wonder if, yeah. Space these.
Oh, okay.
What did you? Looks like we need one more, at least.
Did you already go out to there?
Yeah, I went out that way. Didn't do this though. This looks like another small doohickey.
Go in that hole.
Whee! Like hamster playground.
Ooh, I did. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Hope we don't need those. Can Big Sean squish me?
I don't think so. But that would drastically change this game. Because then I'd just chase you around trying to squish you. There we go.
But you probably have to be on it, don't you?
Oh, hi.
I'm not going to wait to find out. Any man of Sean's got to be proud of me.
Nice.
There we go. We should be able to reach the battery now.
Why did we have to do that? Just to lift that door?
Yeah. Because puzzles.
Seems a little sus. All right, well, we completed 3 portals in 20 minutes of this game.
That's pretty good.
This game is going to take forever. But here's the thing, as waning as my attention span can be, I'm actually really still enjoying it. Like, I'm still locked in. So, all right, there we go. That's It Takes Two on a Wednesday. Work Together Wednesday. We were very thankful to have Awkwardish Panda on yesterday to play 5 Questions GMS, but Sean was a little bit dismayed for not having a chance to play some Teammate Tuesday as well.
Wow, it's just such a fun game.
Yeah, it is. That was fun, chat. Thank you for being part of it with the FHC. Now let's wrap up the show. It's time to get your takeaways that were pretty okay. What is something you learned from today's morning radio show that plays games? Oh, really?
Yeah, I gotta drive to work.
Sean's gotta go. Fine. Get out of here, Sean. Whoops, I muted Eagle the Math Mateo. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 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 This is my least favorite part when I have to do the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News all by myself. It makes me sad. Anyway, what we were saying is, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? Please put it into chat. If you're playing bingo and you share a takeaway that was pretty okay, you can also check mark that spot and let us know. So that's where we are currently. Let's give you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. If you miss any of these video game headlines, you can find them on our Instagram using the hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News, or just follow along as well. We did tell you about the pizza delivery that gave a squirrel a chance to dash inside a Louisiana home. We also told you about an escaped Central Park owl that, because it was in captivity, wasn't suspected that it'd be able to hunt for its own food. Now it is, as it continues to elude capture back into the place where it started. Among the days of the day, it's Annoy Squidward Day, National Black Girl Magic Day, St. Skeletor's Day, National Wisconsin Day, and Remember the Maine Day with World Hippo Day as well. Just some of the days of the day. You can find all of them in the description on our YouTube video. All right, Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, recap of the video game headlines of the day. Splatoon 3's expansion pass, Wave 1, arrives later this month. This is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. Sean was saying that many of the Nintendo games, they end up being a thing you buy, and that expansion then is released in different waves. But once you buy the expansion, you have access to all those waves, but you're not buying each wave or DLC on its own. So that is something that or at least I learned from the first hour. What else? We have Activision Blizzard. The employees are being asked to return to work, and by asked, forced by Luke Plunkett of Kotaku. Luke Plunkett of Kotaku is not the one who's forcing them to go back to work in the office, just the one that we shared the story from earlier in the show. So, yes, it sounds like if you're Activision or Blizzard worker, you're going to be expected to be back in the office. And if you want to read more about that story, here's the link for that. And God of War Ragnarok developers didn't realize that the allies spoiling puzzles would become so annoying. So that is something we read to you from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. So those are all of the gaming morning show, morning gaming re-news stories that you need to know. Sean is going to be playing God of War Ragnarok coming up on Tuesday as part of GMS Plays. Our name of the morning today was Mathcar. Mathcar, all one word, out today for PC. A couple of the other things that happened this day in gaming history. 2008, the Street Fighter 4 arcade game is shown off by Capcom. Also in 2011, Capcom put out Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds. And then LucasArts also in 2011 put out Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. So those are some of the games that came out this day in gaming history. Birthdays today included Christopher McDonald, who plays Shooter McGavin, Jane Seymour, Brandon Boyd, Megan the Stallion, and others. Those are some of the birthdays that we shared with you as well. So there are some takeaways, or something that maybe fuels your takeaways that are pretty okay. We also had Sam LeBlanc join us to talk about space. You can follow Sam on Twitter at _Sam LeBlanc, which is the handle for our interview subject today. On our YouTube channel, we'll hopefully have all of our recent interviews posted maybe by the end of the weekend, because I'm traveling tomorrow. We'll have GMS on the road from Seattle, and then we'll be back in studio Friday. There are no shows Monday through Wednesday next week, because I will also be traveling and not in a place where we can do a show. So I hopefully wish you a best of beginning of week next week, proactively. All right, let's name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match award winner today, who had an outstanding performance in chat. Kate Zaid had stopped by, talked about Butterscotch. Element of One had a lot of good things to say about some certain things during our birthday segment. King Gray locked in during the interview. That was pretty okay. Kage Boy stopped by, which was nice. Hey, it's Brendan TTV. Agreed with us that some of the Mario Odyssey music was pretty okay. Downs wasn't alive when Mario 64 came out, but Melby was and said it was great. Melby also says, how I feel about butterscotch candy. I like them. I asked my mom to get me a bag. So yeah, I think it's pretty okay. Dungeon Master KJ was here. Everyone had a good performance during Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Wow. All in all, a pretty solid show from you all. I just need to figure out who to give the Billy Thundergun Award to today. Drew Mega stopped by and gave us some good guesses during the game as well. Pelicans was in there. I'm going to give it to Scott Chick, because Scott Chick got Destroyer, and I still don't know how we got to that point. Also, Scott Chick, you know, you got to be careful with Scott Chick, because Scott Chick has those Scott tricks. So, to you, Scott Chick, congratulations on this Wednesday.
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Outstanding contributions to chat. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Toot toot. Oh, I've heard.
The first season was entertaining. I just got busy.
Watch party?
Yeah. The entire series?
Yeah, that won't take any time.
Nah, piece of cake.
Throw it in the queue.
Fantastic Four, B-Movie, Legends of the Hidden Temple, every MCU movie, Hackers, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Frozen 2, Christmas Comes to the Packland.
I mean, if we already had every MCU movie, we have no chance to get all the Parks and Recs in.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Actress Amber Riley turns 37 today.
Her middle name is Patrice.
If you had middle name on your bingo card, you're in good shape. For Patrice. Patrice. Amber Patrice. Right.
Independence Day, Knives Out, Ants in a Bug's Life, but at the same time, AI, Artificial Intelligence, iRobot, Goldeneye, Weekend at Bernie's, South of Heaven, Down and Dirty, A Love Story.
There you go. There's your clip of the day. Don't really know what we accomplished in that, but whatever it was fantastic. Whoops, wrong scene. Okay. So we've been taking you, if you're watching on Twitch, to a lot of places where we aren't necessarily following them, but they're suggested channels of those that we are following. Today, because I wanted to do this quickly, I'm sending you to a place that we are following, because I wasn't ready. So, yeah, here we go. I'm looking at a couple of places. Some people are playing Apex Legends. Some Dead by Daylight is out there as well. Some are just chatting as well. I know where we're going to go. We're going to take you over to It's Just Lou, because It's Just Lou is playing Dead Space. And since we have... Ooh, actually, that might be where we're going to go. But the only reason I hesitated is because our guest from today, Sam, was talking about Heavenly Bodies. So let me see if anyone's playing that game currently. Someone is. So we're going to send you over there instead, because we were talking about this game with Sam LeBlanc, and we're going to take a chance. So that's always, you know, something I want to clarify with y'all, is we're taking a chance. Not entirely sure, you know, if we're going to send you to a good place. Just want to have you be warned, but we're going to take a wild shot here and see. So Heavenly Bodies was a game that Sam LeBlanc was talking about for the Under 1000 podcast. And so somebody is playing it this morning on Twitch. So that's where we're going to send you to wrap up this morning radio show that plays games. All right, here we go. It's going to be Jets89. Welcome to the squadron. Feel free to stop by and chat, hang out, leave a lurk. Thank you so much for your support for everyone. Make sure to drop a follow, turn notifications on using the tag Strong Language, Ally, LGBT, Safe Space English. Happy Wednesday. What are you thankful for? So hopefully we're sending you to a good place if you're watching on Twitch. What are your takeaways, chat? What is something you learned from this morning radio show that plays games? And then we will send you that direction after the best moments from today's show. My takeaway that's pretty okay is this happy birthday music might also work really good for some sort of like evening program. But Sis had talked about GMS After Dark, which you used to have. That was Look It's Mike O's show. But this is like a lounge thing. Maybe we could have this in like a YouTube first content or something like that. But yeah, that Bossa Nova one always makes me feel like dancing kind of like that. So let's see. Sis says, I guess I need to find some butterscotch and deliver it to my mouth with the Austin Attack method. Yes, Austin Attack method for eating butterscotch. Spoon. You just need a spoon. That was my takeaway. That's pretty okay. That's Siz's. Thank you so much for being part of the show, and we will be back tomorrow, as we are, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Of course, tomorrow's episode, a GMS on the road for Austin, for Sean, everyone who made it possible. Thanks again to Sam LeBlanc. This has been Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv.
No, it's peanut butter.
I think Butterfingers are quote-unquote peanut butter.
They're peanut buttery.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't that the tagline from Bart Simpson?
I think so.
Butterfingery. No, yeah, buttery Butterfinger. Taste the rainbow. That's not it.
Almost.
All right, we got lots more to get into. Awkwardish Panda does say butterscotch is delicious. So again, if you've answered the question of the day and you click on that link right there, gamingmorningshow.tv/bingo, you can play bingo with us this morning. We're just kind of testing it for February to see where we want it to go. It's kind of like a first date on Valentine's Day. Am I right?
Yeah.
We're currently holding hands across the table whimsically with our bingo cards and staring at Keith Anthony. Let's get the news. Did you bring out the catapult?
I grabbed the squirrel by the scruff of the neck in the back.
I don't want you coming back here anymore. It's also coincidental because the front of their house has saloon doors.
Perfect.
That's like the Monopoly for the NES. Don't be coming back now. As they get out of jail. No, Sis actually is smarter. Thank goodness they had that eject button. That's true. They were shopping for houses, and they're like, when will this ever come in handy?
Is this a squirrel eject button? We'll never need that.
The old owners left them a letter. Thank you so much for buying our house. We loved it here. Also, you'll know when to use the eject button.
When you know, you'll know. Today.
I mean, I have to drive a lot today, but I'm going to end up in Seattle this morning, this evening. And like the easy way for me would be to swing through and get like some Werthers or something, but I don't really like Werthers that much to want those.
Yeah. That is the easiest, but that's not where Butterscotch truly shines.
Yeah. I guess I could stop and get some ice cream, but I try not to eat ice cream. And if I eat ice cream on the road, then I'll tell 2 friends, and then they'll tell 2 friends, and before I know it, I'm gonna have lots of added sugar.
Maybe you just buy one of the Butterscotch like squeeze bottles for ice cream and just
No,
while you drive.
I can't do that. I have to have spoon, as Austin Attack 12 pointed out.
Yeah,
earlier.
but this is Butterscotch speedrun strats.
Spoons be damned.